Taking care of your hearing aids in the heat of summer. That's our topic today on Ask the Hearing Doctors. Hi, I'm Jim Cuddy, and this is Ask the Hearing Doctors, and I'm joined today by Dr. Anna Anzola, Dr. Wendy Thorne, doctors of audiology with Hearing Doctors, the Washington, D.C. area's highest-rated audiology practice with over 1,500 five-star reviews. As always, great to see you both.
Great to see you.
So, summertime, heat, humidity, going to the pool, going to the ocean. Let's start. Are hearing aids waterproof?
They're water resistant, not waterproof.
Water resistant, not waterproof.
Correct.
Water resistant doesn't mean you can dunk them in a pool.
No.
So, what can you do in the summertime? In all seriousness, we want to make sure we're taking care of our hearing aids all times of year. In the summertime, you're at the pool. You might be a little bit more active than you are in the wintertime. So, what can you do around the pool besides not wearing them?
Yeah. Just making sure that you have a little jar, like a desiccant jar, put them in there. Take care of them, brush them, clean them, replace the wax guard, that sort of thing. Don't jump in the water, but if you do, take them out, open the battery door. If it's a battery operated, leave it near like a lamp or a heat source. Don't put them in the microwave. I've had patients do that. I know, ruin the hearing aid.
Don't
However,
put them in rice either.
Don't put them in
That
rice.
doesn't work.
I was going to ask you about that because that's the first thing I do with a cell phone is to stick it in a bag of rice, and it may or may not work.
Yeah.
Any chance of it working?
It might, but it works better if it's like in a desiccant jar. Now the new ones that have that are rechargeable, they come with a desiccant puck, and that will take care of it.
So now that is basically a waterproof box for your hearing aids.
Not waterproof, but
Yeah.
the charging case itself is going to help pull out a lot of the moisture that may build up in the hearing aid itself.
Okay. Heat. I'm not going to wear my hearing aids all the time, but if I'm in the car and I'm doing something, I'm going to jump out of the car and I'm going to be there for a little while. How bad is that on the hearing aids if I leave them in the car in the middle of summer?
Not a good idea. So again, just use a container, and they come with containers, whether it's a case for them or again a desiccant jar. You can leave them there. They just don't like a lot of sun. If you sweat, if you use sunscreen, it's not a good idea. Put them in your ears first, then apply your sunscreen. Then you can be as active as you can. Our patients, they play golf, basketball, tennis, so they're very, very active as long as you take care of them.
Well, I was going to ask you about sweating and stuff because if I'm out riding my bike or going for a run, I still want my hearing aids for safety purposes.
Of course.
But what do I need to do, say, right after I'm done that exercise or whatever that activity might be?
Yeah, so the best thing to do if the hearing aids do get moist or wet is to take them out. If they have a battery in it, you just automatically want to take the battery out because if the battery gets wet, it's going to expand and corrode. So definitely take out the battery, put them in the desiccant jar, put them in your charger. There are different little things that we can give you, sweat protectors, dust protectors that you can slide over the hearing aids. So a lot of our patients maybe are marathon runners and they want to still wear their hearing aids, but they don't want to worry about the moisture affecting them. There are different things that you can physically put on the hearing aids to help reduce that.
But those are basically just going to buy you a little time until you're done with that activity, right? I mean, in other words, you want to get those things out of your ear as quickly as you can once you're finished with whatever that activity is causing you to sweat, I would think.
Yeah, so again, you just want to be cognizant to take care of the instrument. Maybe even dry the ear and make sure that you take care of the instrument, and then you have to put it right back again, right?
Sure.
You need to continue with life and go on and be able to hear. So yeah, it's all about having a routine, and summer's not going to last forever, and you're not always going to sweat, but in the event that you do, then we like to have a plan or precautions to minimize any moisture. And then often, keep appointments at the office, at the audiologist every 6 months so we can take care of them, or if they need to be sent in because they're in warranty or they did get wet and they got damaged by accident. Oftentimes we can send them into the manufacturer just to get it checked out or overhauled.
I've jumped into the pool. I realized my hearing aids are in my ear.
Yep.
can I call you right away and just say, oh my gosh, what do I do?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bring them in.
Yeah, you're not going to yell at me.
We're not
No.
going to yell at me.
You're not going to be the first person to do that either.
But I think the most important thing, just where we started, hearing aids are not waterproof, they are water resistant.
Yes.
You need to be aware of that. If you're hot and sweaty, take them out, dry them off,
Yeah.
pull the battery out, dry that out a little bit. And if they're still not working, call your audiologist.
There you go.
Okay. Wendy, Anna, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
If you're in the Washington metropolitan area and you'd like to schedule an appointment with hearing doctors, click the link in the description or visit hearingdoctors.com.